Hello and good morning, Culers. It is time to wake up and Barca. Live Barcelona news coming at you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on the Undefeated channel. In today's episode, we'll be talking about how much we're loving Xavi football. Who knew that there would be this much enthusiasm around Barcelona given where we began and some of the pitfalls that we've had to climb out of this season? Who knew there'd be this much excitement? We're going to talk about Xavi ball. We're going to take a look at the upcoming March fixtures, what we have ahead of us. Yeah, maybe we'll take some time to reflect on that amazing February we had just for some grins. And then, of course, we will switch over and we'll take just a few minutes to talk about some potential summer transfers. I don't want to go too deep into it. We still got how many months before the summer transfer window opens? Who knows what could happen? But we'll dip our toes in those waters. We'll talk Christensen. We'll talk Azpi. We'll talk Kessié. Maybe we'll talk a few others. We'll see what comes up, okay? And, of course, as always, we'll talk about whatever else comes up in the Barcelona world and whatever comes up conversationally here on Wake Up in Barca. This is what we do. Like I said, 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, live Barcelona news. I want to invite you, if this is your first time finding us, to join the Undefeated community. Come hang out with the Stash Squad for all the episodes of Wake Up in Barca. And then we are also here live for all the Barcelona matches. I do the commentary. You participate in the chat with Culers from around the world. It's a great place for Culers to stay connected right here on the Undefeated channel. Again, today's episode is going to be about taking a look at the upcoming March fixtures for Barcelona, and we will take a look at some of those summer transfer rumors. But before we get to any of that, let's go ahead and kick things off the right way, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the Undefeated Mustache John. All right. Good morning again. The intro is off. The tweet has been sent. The microphone is turned on. I think we just shot 100%, folks. Let's go. Get this party started. Like I said, we're going to be taking a look at the upcoming March fixtures for Barcelona. There are a number of big matches coming up. I don't think it's quite as big. Yeah, it's not quite as big as the February that we had, but we'll take a look. We'll take a look. I want to say my good mornings first, and then, like I said, we're going to spend some time. We'll jump over, take a look at Christensen, Azpi, Kessié, maybe even Mazraoui. I'm sure I'm not saying his name right. Maybe we'll take a look at him if we have some time towards the end there. But I want to turn and say my good morning, see how everybody's feeling. That's a big part of what makes this channel so much fun and this community so enjoyable is the connection that we have with each other. I've met folks from around the world that I never would have had the opportunity to meet. So it's very cool to have that connection here with Culers from around the world. So let me say my good mornings, and then we'll take a look at the upcoming March fixtures. See who we got here. Levi, good morning, sir. Brashanth, hello. Samuel Donna, welcome and hello. Kudis, good morning, sir. The Stash Commander. Ghost Lost, love the name. Oh, excuse me, I almost skipped over my Stash mod. Ayush, how you doing, sir? So for those of you that are loving the commands, that is all Ayush. That was Ayush's idea. Most of these commands are Ayush's creations. So shout out to Ayush for all of these commands. People are loving it. Who else we got in here? Ovi, hello, sir. Says, did I record yourself? Did I record the intro yourself? Because I am seeing the bass guitar behind you. I did record the intro. I'm confused. The intro that I played, did I record that myself? Yes, that is clips from when I first started. And it's still in this room, but I didn't have the bass, I didn't have the walls painted, I didn't have any of the jerseys up, I didn't have any of that. So the clips that you're seeing in that intro, which will be edited sometime soon, that's all from my first couple of months, I think. I've been using that intro for a long time now. Long time. Kudis loves the Nightbot, glad to hear it. Dibula asked, do I sleep with the Barca jersey? No, because I don't want to get it wrinkled. That's the only reason why. Jatine, hello and welcome. Chris E, good morning, says from University Physics Lab in Ireland. Right on, dude. Shout out to the University Physics Lab in Ireland. Welcome, everybody. Mohammed's here with us, watching from Sweden. Hello and welcome. DJ Zemi, hello. Only Juan, still one of my favorite names, my dude. Appreciating the music. So I did go from the music that I'm playing pre-show and at halftime. That's just, it's free, royalty-free music, I should say, on Spotify. Lo-fi is the playlist. I was doing hip-hop, but it wasn't quality whatsoever. Kudas can attest to that. Kudas knows what quality hip-hop is. And so I couldn't play that. The lo-fi works a little bit better. Yeah. Hey, if someone wants to get me a Barcelona onesie to wear to bed, I will sport that every night. No problems. Flash, no worries, brother. We're taking it slow today. Not a lot of headlines coming out of the camp now, so we're taking it slow. We're going to have a few sips of our coffee. Like I said, we're going to talk about the March fixtures. We're going to take a look at some of the potential free summer transfers, and that's a little sneaky part about what we might be doing, folks. If you take a look at the value of the free players that we might be bringing in, it's somewhere around like 100 million euros, something like that. So if we were to bring in Christensen, Kessié, Mazraoui, and then go, actually this didn't work out, sell them on, and we could make, I think it's something around 100 million euros, as long as they don't drop in value, if we just signed them and then sold them off. Which we wouldn't do in the same year, of course. They have their value. I'm not saying we would do that. But I'm saying that getting them for free and them having a value, good move for the club. It's a lot different than paying 2-3 times somebody's value and then they sit there injured for, almost half of the matches that they should have been available for 5 years. And then when their contract starts to run out, they rake you over the coals with outlandish demands. That's not a good business deal. Bringing in players for free that still have value, that's good business. That was awesome. That was awesome. Anyway, what do we got going on? Ayush, what did we reset? Did I make a mistake? What did I mess up? Chances are we are going to sell Langley and Umtiti this summer. Actually, folks, before we take a look at those transfers, okay, let's talk about that. Let's say we bring in Christensen and Azpilicueta for free. Got to make room in the center back area. PK's not going anywhere just yet. Araujo's not going anywhere. We have Garcia. I think those three are untouchable. But then we have Umtiti, who's definitely gone. Langley, who I still have a lot of faith in, but might be gone. And then we have Mingueza. Mingueza is the one for me that's a little bit of a wild card. I thought he was going to be one of the players to have a breakout season. Early on in the year, he was getting a lot of playing time. He was showing signs of having that Barcelona DNA in terms of his vision with passing. Still think he's one of the better passers in our back line. It might make sense for him to go out on loan. I think Mingueza out on loan, Umtiti sold, PK starts to take a step down a little bit. So then we'll have Araujo, PK Garcia, Umtiti out, Langley hangs around. Nah, that's still too many. That's still way too many. If we bring in Azpilicueta and Christensen, I think Umtiti's gone, Langley's gone, Mingueza goes out on loan. I think all of those happen if we get both of them. That's what I'm thinking. What do we think? Let me get some reaction from the chat here. If we get both, if we get Christensen and Azpilicueta, which I guess we might as well go ahead and take a look at their player profile since I'm bringing it up. If we get both these guys, who all needs to leave? That's my question for the chat. Okay, I just added the command. Good. Didn't make any mistakes. I thought I did, but I did not. Levi says, rather have too much than not enough. Fair, but you also got to keep in mind the when you have too many players that want to play, that deserve to play, that aren't getting playing time, sometimes that can be some negativity that creeps into the clubhouse. You got to keep everybody happy. Now, again, when you take a look at how many fixtures Barcelona could potentially playing next spring, La Liga, Champions League, Copa del Rey, there'll be international breaks, there'll be injuries, there'll be players that dip in form that need to be challenged. So, yes, I hear you. We need, for me, 6 center backs is good. 5 is okay. 6 is okay. 7 is too many. So if we can get our top 5, Piqué, Araujo, Garcia, I want to see more of what Christensen has to offer. He's not getting a lot of playing time this year. I can say that. He's not getting a lot of playing time at all. Azpilicueta would definitely just be a rotational player. You could slide him in next to Piqué. They have that history with each other on the Spanish national team. Azpilicueta also has the benefit of having experience playing right back. He doesn't have the pace anymore, but he does have that. And it could be that Xavi uses some of these center backs for a 3-back formation at some point. I don't know. If we get all of them, it's a lot of center back options. I mean, if we take a look, again at Christensen's stats, not getting a lot of appearances this year for Chelsea in the Premier League in particular. 14 appearances. Well, that's like half of them, I think. Half of the matches played probably so far. 25 years old. 188 centimeters. I don't know what that is. Convert that to American. I have no idea how tall he is. But here's one thing I want to point out, folks. 38 million current market value. So again, if we bring him in, we train him up, maybe he fits in, maybe he doesn't. As long as his value doesn't go down, boom, there's some profit for Barcelona. Azpilicueta, not so much. I mean, if he comes in for free, 32 years old, he's not going to have much value after a year or two. Maybe he goes to the MLS, maybe he goes to China. I don't know, but that 12 million in market value, that'll be more like 5 or 6 once he comes to Barcelona for a year or two. Frank Kessié would be interesting. He's got the highest market value, potentially. This is all estimated, of course. 52 million. He's also 25 years old. I'm not 100% sure how much playing time Kessié would get. I got a highlight video queued up that we might take a look at. Might just bend some of those copyright policies here a little bit on YouTube. We'll see. We'll see what we have time for. But speaking of the defenders again, I don't know. I think it'll be overloaded if we get both. There might be a lot of people leaving. Let me pause there. I'll get a reaction from the chat, and then we'll talk about Mazraoui and some potential options, particularly if Dest continues to show that he can play on the right or left side. Levi says, exciting transfer window ahead. Listen, I'm very curious to see if we continue to push for a superstar signing or not. If you look at the way that our squad is developing, the January players that we brought in, assuming that we get Adama on a permanent deal, we're getting a pretty deep squad. I'm not saying no, we don't go for Haaland or a future number 9. We need a young number 9 who will be the future of Barcelona. Now, I say that knowing full well that a Ferran Torres and Ansu Fati might end up playing a number 9 because we're so loaded on the wings right now. I give him a lot of crap, but who knows what ends up happening with Dembele if he sticks around. Memphis, Dembele, Ferran Torres, Ansu Fati, Luke de Goat, Aubameyang, Abde, Adama, Jukla's ready to come up. You know what I'm saying? You throw in a Haaland on top of that, and it just gets crazy insane. So all of a sudden, like, it's so funny that Barcelona are 4th in La Liga, playing in Europa League, and we have players that are like, I know I'm on a club that's a Champions League winner, a Champions League contender for this year or last, but I want to leave. I want to play for Barcelona. In fact, I'll take a pay cut to play for Barcelona. Come on now. Our brand is on point. we're still good. We are good to go, my friends. Anyway, I said I was going to turn in the chat and catch up, and I didn't. How's everybody loving these commands, huh? I think Ayush did a wonderful job with these, especially the player-specific ones. They're cracking me up. Levi says, there are some good free transfers. Kessié is worth about 50 million. Christensen about 40 million somewhere else. Yeah, so like I said, if we bring them in and they don't work out, as long as we don't destroy their reputation, then they'll still hold that value. Vipula says, no point selling Umtiti. He's worth nothing. Might as well. That's not true. We can get something for him, even if it's a few $1 million. If we got 5 million for Umtiti, you don't just go, no, I don't want 5 million euros. 5 million euros for a player that could just leave for free? No. Yeah, you take that 5 million, you do something with it. 5 million is still 5 million. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I digress. Umtiti sell, Langley sell. Unfortunately, because I still like Langley. How old is Langley, by the way? I think he's only like 26 or 27. 26 years old. Honestly, I'm not ready to give up on him. I don't think he got nearly enough playing time this year. The matches that he did play, he's only got 12 matches this year in total. The matches that he has played when he's partnered with PK, I think the two of them do very well together. Araujo, of course, over Langley, of course. But I'm just saying, we could do worse than Langley. I think Christensen, I don't know how different Christensen is than Langley. I'll say that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe someone who watches Chelsea a little bit more could tell me. But just saying. Jatine says, how good was our winter transfer window? Probably best winter transfer window for any club of all time. And I know that sounds like hyperbole, but tell me a club who did a better job of filling the gaps with top talent in a January transfer window. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm with Jatine on this one. I think Langley deserves a chance. Levi says, in football and life, people only look at what you do wrong. Man, Levi, that was deep, brother. That was deep. Oops. Wrong screen. Puff that transfer chest. Let's go, Captain Kudus. Liverpool in 2018. Who did they sign in January? Refresh my memory. Felipe, great question. Felipe asked, whatever happened to Musa Wagu? Or Wage, I forget how to pronounce it. He was injured. He had a long time injury. I think he's just coming back and getting some time in our youth teams, I believe. You Stupid says Boosie might be up for a transfer to the MLS. Boosie is good against lower intensity teams, but not good against the faster teams. Not so fast on the MLS, dude. If you don't watch MLS, we're kind of getting away from that retirement league mentality. We're having a lot of youngsters come up, particularly from South America, from Central America, or I'm talking Paraguay, Costa Rica. We're getting people from Colombia, from Brazil, from Argentina. Youngsters that are like, I can get paid a lot more to play in the MLS right now and get some eyes on me to potentially get a European jump. So I don't know if Boosie's coming to the MLS just yet. I don't know if it's actually the right place for him. Not quite sure. Oh, he signed Van Dijk in January? He wasn't a summer signing? Huh. Interesting. Prashant, how you doing, sir? Says credit to Xavi for injecting confidence back in the team. Everyone scoring goals left and right. Not just scoring goals, but defensively. Look at PK. PK has not been dribbled past since Xavi joined. Xavi's got him in the right place, playing with the right mindset. We're seeing the best of Busquets. We're seeing the best of Frankie de Jong. We're seeing the best of Serginho Dest. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible what Xavi is doing with this team, and in such short time. When did he come in? September, October? I forget now. I completely forget. Somebody give me the date when Xavi, what was his first match in charge? I know Coleman got fired after the Rayo game. I don't remember what Xavi's first match was, but like I said, in such a short amount of time. It's absolutely incredible. Georgie, how we doing, sir? What else? Shirag says Azpilicueta, Christensen, Mazraoui for free, and Jose Gaya for 10 to 15 million. Our defense would be sorted out. That is a question. Do we want to? I think we do need to bring in a right back and a left back, because right now Jordi Alba has a year or so left, but could be rotated out for sure. Right back, we have Dani Alves with Dest now being able to play either side. So it's like, which side can we fill more efficiently will have a bigger impact, and then Dest can play on the other side. If we can get an outstanding right back, maybe that's Mazraoui for free. Cool, Dest can play on the left. If we end up getting Gaya or Grimaldo in the next year or two, cool. Then we got Dest to play on the right-hand side. Maybe we sign one of both, and Dest rotates back and forth depending on injuries, depending on who we're playing. Who knows? But Dest is definitely staying. We're seeing the best football that we've seen from him. Could not be more excited for his future. Got his jersey on right now. Got his name on the back of my kit. I'm excited about it. Overall, summer transfers, I think we're going to be looking at mostly filling in the gaps with some free players, focusing on then spending our money on Haaland. If you look at the gaps, we could use a competent center back. 2 is a lot, but I get that what they're going for. They're going for one young, one more experienced to bring in. I get it. In the midfield, I'm glad that we're just looking at Kessié. We need someone who's going to be more on the defensive side of things. In terms of box to box and attacking, we're good. Gavi, Pedri, Nico, De Jong. That's our 4 that are going to be the core midfield. Boussy's still around for a year or so. Bring in that defensive mid that, yeah, he'll play that kind of Arturo Vidal role. Be a rotational player, come in for the last 15 minutes or so in matches where we need to secure the points, hold things down. That'll be the role of a Franck Kessié if we bring him in. There's a lot of players that want to come to Barcelona. That's what's, again, exciting about the brand. Through all of this, the brand has not been damaged. We haven't won Champions League since 2015. We have gone through, this is our 4th manager in as many years, something like that. We got knocked out of the Champions League, didn't get to the knockout stages. The greatest player of all time left our club this year, and still we are a top destination for players. It's unbelievable. Visca Barça, Mas que un club. You can't stop us. You just can't stop us. Levi, get out of here with that Pjanic talk. There's a number of players. Well, actually, Levi, we should talk about it. There's a number of players that are going to be coming back from loan that we have to sell, that those players are going to fund Haaland's transfer fee. Not transfer fee necessarily. Yeah, we got to pay $75 million, but he's going to want some money. His manager's going to want some money. So Pjanic is coming back. Griezmann is also out on loan. Coutinho is out on loan. Who am I forgetting? Collado, I believe, is out on loan. I think that's a loan deal. That's 4 players right there that we have to sell. And then if we sell those 4 players, even if it's just a permanent deal, I think Griezmann stays at Athletic. I think Coutinho stays at Aston Villa. And I already forgot what the other 2 that I said. But if we sell those loan players, Trincao. Thank you, Sahil. And Levi. Thank you both very much. Trincao. That's another player. So the money's there. If we sell the players on loan, then we have the money for a Haaland. We bring in Christensen. We bring in Kessié. We bring in maybe Mazraoui. I'm less concerned about that because Danny and Jordi Alba both have another year left in them. I think Todibo was sold. Yeah, Ovi backed me up on that. He was sold. Raymond Nye, that's another one we have out on loan. He'll have a little bit of a value there. So we're inching our way out of this financial crisis. Xavi has everything lined up on the pitch. He's got the players playing at their best. He's got even Dembele smiling. If you look at the Dembele situation, it's so silly. Myself included, Culers are very frustrated with him. You heard the whistles when he stepped on the pitch, every time he had the ball. But the players and the manager seem to really support Dembele, seem to want him to stay. And Dembele says he wants to stay, but his actions say otherwise. Actions speak louder than words, and the salary demands are just unreasonable. So who knows? Who knows what happens? Maybe Haaland goes somewhere else and we say, you know what, Dembele, all of a sudden we got all this money we were setting aside for Haaland. We have that money now. We'd love for you to stay. Who knows what's going to happen? We still have many months. Hashtag pay Dembele. You get out of here. Not so fast is what I'll say to that, okay? I ranted about that on Monday. I don't need to do it again. If you were here Monday for the good, the bad, and the Barca, you know Dembele is serving a temporary suspension. 033, welcome to the community, my friend. Glad you found us. Dembele is serving a temporary suspension for his attitude and his actions and his disrespect of the club. So, temporary suspension from the good, the bad, and the Barca Mustache Man of the Match awards. And again, I just want to point out, Barcelona were already winning the match 1-0. Athletic were already well beaten. Barcelona were dominating the match, and then Dembele comes on and gets a goal and 2 assists. Where was that in the first match against Napoli? Where was that looking back against Liverpool, against PSG, against Real Madrid in the El Clasicos, okay? Show up in the big matches, and then I will gladly hashtag pay Dembele, all right? But until then, nah, dude. It's wake up Dembele is the hashtag. Get real Dembele is the hashtag. Or get out Dembele. Either one. However you want to play it. Get real or get out. That's the hashtag. Not pay Dembele. You gotta be kidding me. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for me if Dembele does get a hat trick. If Dembele does show up in a big match and if he does big boy things, I'll pay credit where credit is due. Okay, I don't hate him. There's no hate in my heart. I'm disappointed. I'm a disappointed parent after sitting here for 4.5 years defending Dembele, saying, oh, after this injury, he'll come back. Okay, after this injury, he'll come. One more injury. Yeah, this one's long term. Okay, but like in 6 months when he comes back. I'm tired of it. I'm hurt. I'm emotionally drained. You did this to yourself, Dembele. You did it to yourself. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Vipula, and I articulated my thoughts quite well. We have plenty of attacking power. When Memphis is back, when Ansu is eventually fit and healthy, you know what I mean? Luke de Goat over Dembele. You heard it here first. If I had to choose between the two, do you keep Dembele or do you keep Luke de Goat? Given the other options that we have and the uniqueness that Luke de Goat brings, I'd go Luke de Goat. Call me crazy. Don't care. Don't care. Long hair, don't care. Luke de Goat over Dembele. All day. All day, my friends. What else we got here? What else we got? I'll catch up on the chat one more time here. Ovi says Dembele can't fire his agent. I think that is unless... I don't know what that last sentence is. I think he can fire his agent. You can definitely fire your agent. DJ says, Ricky has become a mascot, only being used for advertisements on the Barca YouTube channel. Yeah, Ricky Puig definitely needs to find somewhere to be loaned out to next summer. I think everyone can now admit, listen, if Xavi can't get the best out of Ricky Puig, I don't think it's going to happen. I think we loan him somewhere, get his value up, and then sell him. I think that's what's going to happen. We're growing, Kudus. We are growing. I think we've had somewhere around like 40, 50 people in here hanging out this morning. We have not even been doing this show, Wake Up in Barca, for a year yet. We started this in either May or June of last year. So we're coming up on a year. We'll do a 1-year celebration. But when this show first started, when Wake Up in Barca first started, it was me hanging out with like 3 people trying to just see what comes up conversationally. So in less than a year to go from like 3, 4, 5 people to now 45, 50 people, I am so grateful, so happy. I'm tickled. I'm honestly tickled with the direction that this channel is growing. We have amazing moderators. We have amazing regulars. The Stash Squad, absolutely unbelievable, especially on the days where I'm like, you know what? I'm tired. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Who even cares about this? Nobody wants to listen to me babble. On those days when I show up, it's always worth it, and it's worth it because of you all. I really do appreciate the time and the energy that you invest, the conversation that you all drive here on the channel. It's absolutely incredible. We didn't even take a look at the March fixtures. Let's just do that real quick. I promised that right off the top. We just ended up having conversation about transfers. It happens. It happens, my friends. So real quick, Barcelona fixtures. We've got an amazing February. We killed it. Elche coming up. I'm not too worried about Elche. Where's Elche in the table? They're going to be down in 13th right now. 2 wins in their last 5. Like I said, not super concerned about that. Oh, wait, hang on. There we go. Now you can see it. Now you can see it. Barcelona also has Galatasaray coming up March 10th. That's going to be a fun live watch along Europa League. I think we're going to win like 5-6-0. It's going to be a circus. Then we got Osasuna. Sometimes they give us fits, but again, I think we're going to handle that well. We'll wrap things up with leg 2 with Galatasaray, but then it gets serious. It gets very serious. El Clasico, my friends. March 20th. That's going to be a fun day. March 20th. That is what? Let me look at my calendar real quick. March 20th is a Sunday. March 20th is a Sunday, and it is also the 1-year anniversary of adopting my dog Puyol. We might do like a long marathon stream doing all kinds of celebratory events for that one. We'll see. So we've got some easy matches, knock on wood, curse with the commentator, knock on wood. We got some easy matches coming up, and then we're going to wrap up March with El Clasico. I don't think we're going to catch Madrid in La Liga this year, but we can make it hard on them, and we can definitely embarrass them with an outstanding performance and a big 3 points in the Bernabeu. We can make that happen. We can absolutely make that happen. Let me catch up on the chat one more time, folks. Jamali has a question. But what if the El Clasico coming up, if we beat Madrid 4-1 and beat Atletico 4-2, Napoli, is it crazy now that 4-0 on a clean sheet? Crazy. We're doing great. We're doing great. Loving the goals. 4 goals scored in the last 3 matches. And this one, a clean sheet against Atletico Bilbao. Love it. Inaki Peña loaned to Galatasaray. I'm not worried about it. Inaki Peña was not going to get any kind of playing time for us. So not worried about it. Oliver would love to see an extended stream. Absolutely. Okay. Well, that's going to be it, folks. Listen, we didn't talk about too much big news, but there's not a lot coming out of the camp now right now. We talked a little bit about summer transfers. We took a quick look at the upcoming fixtures in March. What we're going to do on Friday is do a nice little I know words. On Friday's episode of Wake Up in Barca, we will be doing a match preview for Sunday's match. Elche hosting Barcelona in this one. Again, Elche down in 13th place in La Liga. We have a match in hand, but currently sitting 4th. Maybe Betis slip up again. Who do they have coming up? Rayo? Maybe. We'll see. But like I said, Friday's episode is going to be a match preview, and then we will be going live for the watch along against Elche over the weekend. Lots of action coming up here on the Undefeated channel, so make sure you are subscribed, turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the live streams or the uploads. And before you go, drop a like. It really does help out the channel, and I really appreciate it. It's the easiest way to show your support. Drop that like, and that's going to do it for today, folks. So again, I am #blessed, #Stash Squad. I love you all very much, and I will see you next time right here on the Undefeated channel. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride, my friends. Mwah.